our way. It's a brand new day, and we'll be making history. Are you with me? Won't you stay? We have come so far. This is who we are. And like the rising sun, we have just begun to play our part. This is the time we form the chorus. Lift your voice for those before us. We can rely on one another. Feel the pride, let's show our colors. We are heroes and dreamers. We are.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is, wherever you are. This is Gail Guy, and this is Free Range, where we graze on wild ideas, and we have wonderful guests. And my wonderful guest today is Michelle Marie, and we're going to have a talk about a message that she received during meditation. So, Michelle, let me bring you on. Hi, Michelle.
Hi.
Nice to see you. It's been a while. So
I know.
I'm so happy to.
I haven't seen you since last year.
Yeah, really. That sounds a lot further, doesn't it? Anyway, I just like to explain to people, I was supposed to be on the Unix network tonight, but I guess it was a mix up. And so we just decided to come on my channel. And I hope you don't mind. But anyway, we have a very interesting topic tonight because I'm very anxious to have Michelle tell us what she heard during her meditation. But I could also, let's see if I can find it. I didn't have a chance to get, we kind of had to put things together rather quickly. Let's see, I wanted to do your description if I can find it. But anyway, one of the common things that was said during your meeting or spirit gave you, it was, I found it. Okay. Basically, the repeating theme was don't look back. This was a line that was repeated in the message for humanity given to Michelle for 2025 that she's going to tell us about on the show. So we're going in the direction of where we place our attention. We are learning mastery of energy as we focus on what we intentionally choose to create. We are sovereign beings by virtue of universal law, free will choice. Let's celebrate the new year, acknowledging the progress we have made and setting our sights on imagining our dreams come true. That includes using our increased gifts of perception and personal frequency management through love and gratitude to make the world a better place. We will experience freedom and joyful expression of our highest divine potentials in 2025. There isn't anyone that I've talked to that doesn't expect great things for 2025. And good things, not just bad things. I mean, I'm sure there'll be some turmoil, but.
Well, the thing is, we really are at a time of transition. And if you look at all the astrologists and numerologists and stuff like that, they point out that 2025, the numbers add up to a 9. So we are at endings.
Yes.
So we are ending the old, there's a thing called changing of the guard, which is part of the divine plan. It's a dissolving of the old structures of power and government and institutions and corporations. We can see them dissolving because they have been exposed by the light of awareness. And so to put that in context, I actually had just picked out a couple of poems to read, if you don't mind.
No, I don't.
Okay. One is I'll go ahead and read the first one. It's called Inheritance, because this poem I wrote over 20 years ago, because I first published the book, It Is a New World After All. This is the recent version, It Is a New World After All. But I first published it with a different color cover and graphic in 2005. And so this poem was in that then. So that's been almost, oh, goodness gracious. This is it. This is the 20-year anniversary of this book. I just
Oh my
realized
goodness.
that, because it's 2025. Woo! Happy anniversary, book. So,
Sorry.
inheritance. So this is the context really of the message for humanity. So remember when I wrote this poem, it's 20 years ago, and I'm talking about the changing of the guard. It's on its way. But listen to the message, inheritance. It seems as though we're weak at times when we go inside to dwell, but that is where our true strength lies. It's not our outer shell. The times I feel the strongest is often when I cry, because then I go right to our source and strength wells up inside. I feel God's love pour through me, soothing me through my soul, and expressing it to others is now my only goal. So many of us dwell inside, enough now we can say, the changing of the guard is surely on its way. So we were laying the foundations a while back. Now we're at the changing of the guard. Look at all the misery we've created here on earth. It doesn't have to be that way. We need new vision first. A vision powered by love, seeing what we can create, shifting internal consciousness, opening heaven's gate. Of all of God's great creatures, the strength comes from the meek, who now shall inherit the earth, providing answers we all seek. So I just find this really interesting that, I saw it coming. I wrote about the dissolving institutions in this book, but it's happening like right now. And, we can see that.
You were talking about changing of the guard, and I remember, and Drake was talking about 20 years ago about mass arrests, and so people were getting the message.
Right.
Change was coming, and
Yeah.
And now we have more change coming, and it's going to be even greater.
Yes.
As I understand
it. And what has changed the most is us. We have changed. We've focused on truth. We've exposed the truth. I mean, truth is the key word here. What would we do without all the exposure of truth in the last many years, especially the last 5 years?
Yeah, we wouldn't be anywhere, would we?
The truth that's come out, I believe has caused a dark night of the soul for humanity. I mean, we each have our individual dark nights of the soul where it sort of, cracks us open and makes us reach down farther into our soul, into our strength, into our, questioning and humility and, humility, because we know we need the higher power to lean on God and the source and so forth within.
Well,
So,
plus we've learned that we actually do create our reality, which we don't. I mean, I argued about that for the longest time. We do not create our own. That's baloney. I wouldn't be, I wouldn't be where I am if that was true, and until I found out later that, well, listen to your thoughts, listen to what you say to yourself. That's therein lies the problem right there. And you don't even realize it.
we didn't realize that we were creators, and we didn't understand consciousness. We didn't understand how to control our thoughts, feelings, imagination, and vision. First of all, imagination was discredited. Oh, it's just your imagination. Makes it sound like it's stupid and minimized instead of way powerful.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Right.
But with that, if you have your book for the
Which
same
one?
book, do you have yours handy?
I'd have to go get it. I don't have it right here.
All right. Because there's one.
Well, if you want to go ahead and read it, I will go get it. I'll just take myself off for a minute, and I'll be right back. Go ahead and start. You read it now. I'll bring.
Okay.
Are you going to get anything from the other book?
You might as well have them handy because we're being spontaneous, and you might even
Yeah.
one.
All right, I'll be right back. So you go ahead and read that.
All right, this one is called Victims Become Creators. And it's what Gail was just talking about. We realize we create our reality.
Sorry about that.
Victims become creators. Victimization once perceived, clearly illusions, now relieved. Empowered by soul, nature unfolds. New story now to be told. Each life is impacting, 'tis the universe reacting. Sparks of soul igniting, passion, expression uniting. Consciously creating essence of soul, being inwardly, outwardly whole. Harmonizing with all that is. Deep sensation of being this. Power of consciousness is the key. Changes within individually. Personal impact realization upon total world, every nation. Creating with vision, feelings of heart, new world experience, this is the start. Energy of compassion, tool to create. World, wake up. Don't hesitate. And that is what's happening.
Okay, I got your books. Live Love, Forever Free, and It Is a New World After All. It will be after this year for sure.
Oh, yes, yes. That's what the transition. Number 9, it's the end. And that's another reason, like, don't look back. So that phase was about dissolving, dismantling, exposing, the old to show that it's obsolete and unfortunately corrupt and evil. Deceptive.
Indeed, indeed. But people also let's take that to a personal level of not looking back and not. What do you? How would you apply that on a personal level?
Well, we're all microcosms and a macrocosm. So, the world around us is changing. We're changing on the inside. And our changes on the inside is creating the changes on the outside. And there is a mass awakening. All the people that are going within to get information from within instead of mainstream media. I think there's been a revival of people going within and asking God and turning to God and being humble and, finding their passion, finding their purpose, finding their talents, giving of their gifts and talents and so forth to others. It's sort of organic, where such as you started this channel and you helped to spread the truth. That's part of your life purpose. So we have meaning and purpose in our life as part of that awakening process because we jump in and we serve the collective by, researching and bringing out the truth, not just the truth in the outer world to expose, what was that no longer works. It doesn't serve our highest good. And not only that, but we have to save our children and eliminate and eradicate evil where we are,
That's something.
Rules.
That's something I want to take a step further, and I will do this again at the end of the show, and that is ringing a bell for the children, what they've gone through, the horrors that they have endured without anybody saving them. And now finally people are beginning to realize, and if you don't know what's been happening to our children, you have a responsibility and a duty as a human being to find out and learn, because it has to change. We are going extinct as a species. We have let our children be terribly abused. We didn't know, but part of the problem is people don't want to hear it. Oh, that can't be true. Oh, that's not true. Oh, don't be so negative. Things like that.
That's changing. It's the end of that. It's the end of that too. So many people have awakened to what is going on that people are gathering together and sharing awareness. The apathy and the ignorance, and because of it really was secret, it really was hidden. They really did kill people for, getting the truth out, but it's out. and it's spreading. It's too
Right.
late. Game over. The light has won, and now we're finishing cleaning up the mess, and we're not going to look back at that. We are going to, do our due diligence, research, take action, everybody play their part. So, yes, maybe some people don't know about it yet, but it's going to be coming out mainstream. And I talk about that in this book. This is mainly a book about consciousness, but those things are brought out, explicitly in this book about the children. So, when I wrote this book, I didn't know about that stuff at that time. At this time, I was getting the changing of the guard and that kind of thing, and the new paradigm and the new consciousness, and going within and being conscious creators, and how to create. So, I've developed
Our,
over.
our,
Yeah.
our God self within is something that we were never taught either. In fact, even thinking that way was like heresy, or just, you don't do that. That's,
But
how dare you, kind of thing. And yet, all of that's changing, and it's changing for the better. So,
it is.
um,
And we've made progress, and that's what that message is about. So, I'm going to see if I can share my screen, and I had it queued up somewhere. Let's see.
changing of the guard, Cudwacker saying changing of the guard, but personally, I say fire the guards and let us be free.
Well, the prison has to do with, not just the for-profit prisons where they physically and illegally detain people, including children, for slave purposes, but it's
Well,
also mainly the mental prison.
Well, according to Christian 21, who seems to be a very aware individual, he children and animals go first, and he explains the whole process of ascension, and his material is worth watching, um, just for your information. Okay.
I pressed
Well,
the share screen button,
yeah.
and it says select window or screen. Oh,
Well, yeah. You select one of your windows, whichever one has the thing you want to share.
yes. Oh, here's the thing. Okay, I got it. All right, because I did select it.
It should be showing. Well, wait a minute. Maybe I have to do something over here. I don't know. Oh, wait a minute. What do we got here? No, that's not it.
I've got it up on my screen.
And you push share, and it should. I don't see why it's not sharing. Hmm.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do.
Well, if you, I don't know why it's not sharing. Let me. It should work. I don't know. Send it to me. Maybe I can share it.
That's what I'm going to do. This thing's too crazy. Okay. So.
Okay, sorry about that, people. we really were expecting to be on a different
Yeah.
channel with different.
I sent it to you.
But it'll be okay. Oh, you did? It's in my email then?
It's in the private chat.
Oh, private chat. Okay, yeah, that's a better place to put it.
It's right here, right now. That's fast.
That is fast. Okay, copy link address. I just got to bring it up. Okay, now let me share my screen. I'll get out of here now. Wait a minute. Okay, let me see. Do I have it? Is it showing? Oh, good, it's showing. Okay, now let me make it bigger and then I'll start it, okay?
Okay.
I just got to get back to it.
See where there's
I
a
wish
will.
I could.
We've been
Hello,
overcoming.
soul family of light.
Oops. Are we ready now? Okay.
Right.
Oh, let me bring this. Let me hide this. Let me hide this. Well, I guess we can see everything. I could take some things off, but we don't want to be too fussy, do we? Okay, here we go.
Welcome back to Smile Soul Power. This is Michelle Marie Angel here to wish you a happy new year and bring forth a message from Spirit that I received on December 28th. Message to Humanity 2025. Keep the faith. Stay open, positive, and receptive. Your prayers are heard and answered. Your patience and perseverance are noteworthy. You have built much strength throughout your courageous journey. Your soul has been refined. Your increase in purity has opened the door to unity consciousness. Your inner light is brilliant. The signs of synchronicity are increasing due to your alignment with Spirit. Your guidance is powerful. The Christ light within is unified with Source. You realize now, more than ever, your oneness through direct communion and true self-realization. Although there are different levels of attainment, these gifts of higher consciousness are available to all. Collective inner work, along with intention and vibrational mastery, has made this connection with the unified field of consciousness available to all. Christ consciousness, born of spiritual identity. Remain in the vibration of love and gratitude as your deepest heart's desires will manifest and your dreams are coming true. These conditions are a result of your accomplishments. Inside, you access causal consciousness. Inside, you have expanded. Inside, you have found peace. Trust heaven is helping you. God and your guides and angels are always with you. Remember to keep asking for support and guidance. They are happy to help. Send them your love and gratitude. Keep flowing through life with an ever-increasing occurrence of synchronicities. Those number sequences are from them. Keep setting intentions and saying affirmations. Keep your thoughts positive and on purpose. Don't look back. I'll repeat that. Don't look back. You are going forward, onward, and upward. You are entering a very happy and fulfilled time of life. Release all old thought patterns around money. Be open to all avenues of wealth incoming. Just live in the vibration that it's already here. Golden opportunities and miracles abound. Conditions will change, such as house or job opportunities that will provide long-term financial stability. Happy New Year 2025. You are loved. Blessed be. M.M. and Company of Heaven. God bless you. This is going to be a glorious year. Starseeds, light warriors, and light workers. Happy, happy New Year. God bless you, God bless you, God bless you.
Yes, Dan.
All right.
They saved the best for last. Financial stability for everybody.
Whoops.
So
Oops.
our dreams are coming true. And it's basically a keep up the good work. We've come a long way. Don't look back. We're still moving forward, onward and upward. And financial blessings are coming.
Yes, that's going to provide
Thank
a
you.
great relief for people. And someone, Pudwacker, wanted to let you know that was nice poetry and a lovely message, and it was.
Oh,
And they were
that's
also talking about the violet flame can, let's see, your auric fields like blazing armor.
I use the violet flame all the time. Yes, yes. That is such a
And
powerful thing for transmuting energy. Very
yes,
powerful. Hmm. And,
uh,
intention, violet flame, compassion. Yeah. Stepping out
did
of
you?
judgment. Blame, we're done with blame, judgment, and complaining. Our vibration rests on the fact that we know how to overcome lower vibrational energy and emotions with higher vibrational energy and emotions. And we just let it go. Don't look back. Go back into something to be grateful for. Forgive. Let go, let go, let go. Compassion, for they know not what they do, and moving forward, onward, upward. Each person has free will choice to choose their own timeline and their own experience. And we do have a lot of bubbles of, like peace pockets and people resonating with one another who are holding the higher vibrations and creating a new world because of the mastery. And so basically we have entered in a mastery, but we're still practicing and anchoring in the new higher vibrations for a new baseline state of consciousness. So we're not going to be going up and down, back and forth. We're going to anchor in and establish a new baseline state of consciousness where you're going to just feel peace most of the time. And you can catch yourself if you don't feel peace or a high vibrational frequency, and go back to a quick little inner thing, in nature thing, compassion thing, forgiveness thing, or gratitude thing, and just get the vibrations right back up. We're not going to sink as low, and we're not going to stay as long in those kind of things.
Well, that'll be a big relief, won't it? I'd like to touch on. I wish I had the. It's a Saint Germain thing. The there's a poem about forgiveness,
Mm.
and I wanted to touch on that because some people have a hard time with that, and I think it's important for them to know that it's for them even more than for the other person. Could you elaborate on that a little bit, how you see that and why it is that way?
Oh yes, I think we've all been given opportunities to practice forgiveness, and I think as our soul plan, our soul blueprint, we establish difficult things to go through in life, uh, to overcome things and to learn things. And even in this book, Live Love, I wrote this poem of forgiveness. I talk about my own personal journey, and when I was younger, much younger, I had gotten married, and it took like about 10 years. And I had some problems, ectopic pregnancies, finally adopted a child, and then, without going into the gory details, suddenly became a single mother with a baby. And so I was crushed and shocked and went through, years of turmoil, really, and drama. And so I got through all that period, and I had, the forgiveness was a process. I had to keep going back to it, and things would come up, and I would go back to it because I knew how important it was. But I finally wrote a poem of forgiveness, and it's in this book right here, actually.
Oh
But
boy.
yeah, oh,
Is it a long? Should I read it,
sure, if you want
or
to.
is it a whole? Well, you keep talking and I'll find it unless you know right where it
And,
is.
and so, but what I realized in my journey is, basically we are here to evolve as souls, and we set these things up. It's our own design. And so we take responsibility for our experiences, even if they're bad. And so in that same, it's probably under Cycles of Love in chapter 7 or 8.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Cycles of Love is chapter 7. Yeah.
I'm
And
looking at, yeah, that's what I'm looking right now.
so anyway, yeah, it's
Acceptance, comprehension.
it's called Full Circle Love on page 139. So after that, I realized that everybody, friend or foe, no matter what happens, they are here to serve our soul's evolution. And if we can really get to the place of understanding that, like thoroughly, then we would be in gratitude to everyone, even those that have hurt us, because it's all energy, and we have a chance to transmute that energy. So the Full Circle Love is one of the poems I wrote about forgiveness. And it's difficult and it's hard because when your heart gets crushed, it takes a lot of heart healing. And
Right. Or abuse. I imagine that would be difficult to. Well, there's
exactly.
all kinds of there's all kinds of abuse, from emotional abuse to physical abuse to psychological abuse. So, um,
I've seen people, forgive people who have murdered their children or tried to murder them, and some of those survivors of child sex trafficking have forgiven their abusers and persecutors. It's a very difficult, but it's a very divinely royal thing to do. To be able to be that way, and really sincerely offer genuine unconditional love. you know
how does it
and
help? How does it help the person that actually does the forgiving? That's what I think we need.
well, what you said is correct, because the energy that you hold in your heart is hurting you, and so when you really really let that go, like deeply and sincerely and forever, then you're free. I mean, I remember I became free from all that. I didn't have any deep inner, stuck energy from emotional pain. That's how it's called releasing your shadows, but really it's just stuck energy.
Ah, okay. Well, maybe I should read this.
Okay.
There's another one that I found that I ran across that I want us to read too, and it's called "Pay Attention." So we'll go from forgiveness
Oh,
to
good. That's perfect.
intention through pay. Yeah, I saw it and I went, "Oops!" I think I found it accidentally on purpose. But anyway,
Yeah, yeah.
okay. This is Full Circle Love, a poem of forgiveness. There was a time I said to you that true love never ends, but it seemed to, for a moment, you were not my friend. It seems that for deep healing within both of our hearts, forgiveness is the answer. At least this is the start. So now I come to you open to forgive and to offer understanding so we can more fully live, to pursue our dreams and goals without scars from the past and reconnect our friendship, intending it to last. The deepest part of me has always known our soul's intention. The message I hold within me has thus far not been mentioned. We came to play a part in the drama of each other's life, to evolutionize our soul, not to patronize the strife, but more to grow and become who we truly choose to be, to live behind the veil of ignorance, but not eternally. From the expansiveness of warm and open hearts fulfilling to sudden contracting, leaving empty heart spaces chilling, creating pain that surfaced in many ugly expressions, leaving in its wake room for our life's lessons. Many years have passed now as we've both gone our own ways. I don't even know you now, for it is the same.
For the
I,
same.
for
We don't know each other.
for you it is the same. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Okay, I feel it's the time to come together in this healing to express and to understand what each other is feeling. As our love comes around full circle, we begin to understand. I feel that we can be close again if we lend each other a hand. Pain that heals creates within us more depth of love to care, an expansion of our true selves, a love that we can share. As we real That's not the right page. There we go. From this place inside my heart, I come to you today. I pray that you really hear me and that God will show us the way. And then it
Yep.
just goes on. It's not part of the poem, but it says, we are not victims.
Oh, right, right. So that's the thing too. I mean, we can ask for help with letting go and forgiveness because it really is, it can be very difficult. It can be very difficult when the pain is very deep and, you know, we need help. And that's the thing about humility. We need
Well,
help with so many
I
things.
have I have to forgive some cops, and that's really hard to do.
Well, well, Gail, you and me both, right?
Yeah, I know. That's why I said it. Oh my God. Oh, that whole system's gonna change too. Uh,
Absolutely,
in,
absolutely.
in
Everything
fact,
that's being exposed is changing things. That's the light of awareness. That's the victory of the light. Jesus said truth will subjugate the world. The truth is awareness. The truth is spreading. The truth is being broadcast. Their days are gone. Our time is now. And I sent you a link in the private chat for that poem, Time is Now, a New Year's poem. It's like, we're the light warriors, we're the star seeds, we're the light workers. We've got this. Yes, we found out the truth. Yes, it was very difficult, sad at the very soul level, finding out about what's been done to our children and so forth, and all of humanity, really, especially with the bioweapons. But we've done this. We've worked our way through it, and we are at a 9 again. We're at the end. We're creating the new world. We're awake. We're awake. We're aware. We've done our due diligence. Yes, we're going to help the people that are coming up from behind who are just now waking up, but still we're moving forward, building the new earth. We're making the old obsolete. They've made themselves obsolete because they're not going to be able to walk the street. And remind me, I'm going to say something about that when we're done with this poem and later on.
I'll try to remind you.
I'll try to remember. It has to do with
What's it have to do with? Give me
has to do with somebody who most people think of as very evil coming to my town.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Pudwater says, now is a time for healing, not just ourselves, but also the world at large, even if it's just one soul at a time. That is so true.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful and so true. That's beautiful. I love that.
Yeah, and this is yes, you're absolutely right, Teresa. The bad legal system is going to change too. The sooner the better. Fraud vitiates everything in the entire court criminal justice system is fraudulent, totally fraudulent.
Yep.
They are all corporations. They are all foreign agents.
We are the light, we are the power. They are done. Just watch. It's going to go away so fast, and people are going to be set free.
And it's not going to drag out forever. I just really have a feeling it is going to happen fast.
Yeah. So the time is now. That's a New Year's poem I wrote. Also,
where is that?
I put the link in the private chat. There's a link, and I actually did a video in the private chat, just under the other link.
Oh, the second one? Wait a minute.
Yeah, the second link is it. Yes.
Wait a minute. I guess I have to copy and paste it.
Anyway, so that's basically, again, going along with the message. We're moving forward, onward, upward. The old is past. We're building the new. We are new people now. We are more empowered. We know that we're creators. We know that we are people who want peace and love in the world, and that's exactly what we're creating. I have so much peace in my life right now. Oh, I thank God every day for the peace in my life and in the world. I know I'm in a peace pocket.
That's wonderful. Wonderful. Well, okay, I'm going to share a screen and I'm going to play that, okay?
Okay.
Um, so,
Family of Light. Welcome back to Smile Soul Power. This is Michelle Marie Angel, and I am here to deliver a timely message for the new year of 2025. This is a poem that I wrote over 20 years ago, and its message is meant for now. Enjoy! There is no time but now, but time goes by somehow. My memories tell me of a past. My present never seems to last. Precious moments strung through time create this current life of mine. Life is time. Time is now. I'm going to make it count somehow. The me I was before is gone. My future sings a brand new song. Since I create my life anew, I decide to make my dreams come true. Now all my desires, hopes, and dreams are finally coming true for me. Life is time. Time is now. I'm going to make it count somehow. Fulfilling my soul purpose is now my career. Right livelihood is my experience here. Relationships heal and grow through love. Close bonds exist that were never dreamed of. From deep inside comes my inspiration. Life fulfills all of my aspirations. Life is time. Time is now. I'm going to make it count somehow. It's not
I
just
like that.
me, it's all of us. We're standing on a precipice. In this new year, especially, let's create the world the way we know it could be. Our expanded awareness to another dimension will light the world with our conscious intention. Life is time. Time is now. We're going to make it count somehow. Now our lives are demonstrated spiritually. Kindness prevails eternally. We will lovingly care for our Mother Earth, so she may never cease giving birth. Our love heals humanity forevermore. No more hunger, greed, hate, or war. Life is time. Time is now. We're going to make it count somehow. The end is only the beginning when you open your heart. This was by Michelle Marie Angel. Time is Now is an excerpt from the book It Is a New World After All. This book was originally published in 2005. The messages are prophetic. It was then published in 2022, and the messages are very timely right now for humanity to raise consciousness and anchor in the new higher vibrational frequencies. You can find this book at Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and Balboa Press. You can find the links on the Smile website, www.smile4love.com. God bless you.
That was beautiful.
Thank you.
Absolutely beautiful. I really liked it. And the time is now. You are an awesome. Let's hear here. I'll let Thomas say it for you. You are damn good.
Thank you. Glory to God. Just tune into spirit like we all do.
All right. Okay. That was really good. And it's amazing because I have copies of your books, and you were way ahead of the game with. It seems as though most people who get these downloads and information and are able to put them into words or videos or what have you, they're frequently way ahead of their time. I mean, it's like you get this, and it's not until years later that it actually. I mean, not that it's not happening. It's not in the visible stages at that point.
Right. It's not in the 3D at that time. So I was in, somebody said, yes, the knowing. Yes. So I was in the 0 point, I was in meditation state. Let's just put it that way. And it was the knowing. It was just the knowing. That's what it was. I was writing what I knew. It was fluid, and I just wrote it all down. And I can't believe you nailed it, Thomas, saying the knowing, because that was the state of consciousness. I was in that place, one with source, where we all go inside of our, inner light spark. And, just sitting there and channeling, basically, it just channeled right through me. And it felt like knowing. And I just, and so it's sort of like my life purpose that I have known as far as being a writer, and just taking the time and letting it come through when it wanted to. But I didn't know like how it was going to unfold. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah.
a lot of things were like, oh my goodness, these books are for now. I mean, right now, and I'm realizing more and more right now, wow, when I was writing that, it's for now.
That's so awesome. It's just absolutely awesome. Lenny has a question for us, asking, has anyone over the last week felt in their body or chakras a pulling? I felt some weird things. I don't know if I describe it. I don't know if I would call it a pulling, but I've had some unusual sensations that I didn't know. In fact, enough so that I started when, is this because of the change in atmosphere? Because I went from,
Now we can't hear you. Gail, now we can't hear you. Something got pulled out. I know, but the vibrational frequencies and all the changes that we're going through. So some people might feel a pulling. I felt a little bit dizzy or disoriented every once in a while, and sometimes really tired. But it's the high frequency light, the energy coming into the planet, as measured by the Schumann resonance. If anybody hasn't seen Consciously Erin, she has a YouTube channel, and she shows shows the Schumann chart, and she's really good and very uplifting, and does a short little video each morning. It's really wonderful. And she talks about, how she's feeling and how that's affecting her.
Yeah, Pudwacker's mentioning that the chakras have been being influenced by the divine via the energy that's coming in, because our vibration on the planet is going up. And I have a feeling that I've been feeling them a lot lately. So yes, people are feeling what you're talking about, Lenny.
It's the upgrade and the DNA activation. I mean,
yeah,
our perceptive abilities are going to be increased and refined. And yeah, the sun's been off the hook. And I make sure I get and get the sun. I make sure right now. And I have to ground. So I go put my feet barefoot on the ground. I just did that day before yesterday. And I try to do it on a regular basis. And if I get busy, I don't feel I meditate every day, and that's grounding and centering. But, my body likes to be in nature and bare feet on the ground on a regular basis.
Yeah. We haven't had a whole lot of sun here lately, and I was going, oh my goodness, I hope the sun comes out more than, because I had a lot of sun where I was, but it's winter and it's been cloudy, raining, and then that fog is something else too.
And Pudbecker said it's preparation for the light body. Yes. I had the intuitive impression about that my light body is fully developed a few months ago, but we're still amplifying, consciously absorbing the light and strengthening the light body.
Yeah, this is another thing. The sun, his name is Soul, has been sending us these upgrades so we are more prepared for the light body. A sure sign of a significant shift. And then Thomas says, this is pretty cool too. It's so freaking undeniable, the knowing. And when people don't receive it, it comes right back in, and I am left with walking alone more often.
You know what? That makes sense. And I like to be alone more often too, because right now with the energy shifting, I think it's, and I talked to a friend of mine, and she's being called to be alone more right now, so we can stay centered in quiet solitude, because we're actually the pillars of light, bearing the light as the paradigm pioneers and bringing it in. So we're playing, you know, um, good roles. I'll just leave it at that, in terms of the shift of humanity.
Yeah. Teresa says there's so much inversion or fog here in Salt Lake City and humid coldness. Now I saw one woman posted something in her pool after the fog rolled through, and it was, I mean, it looked like big chunks of ice, but I don't think that's what it was. It some kind of chemical substance of some sort.
Speaking of
But anyway,
substance, we had tons of chemtrails here in Florida today. I took all kinds of pictures of chemtrails. They were like plastered in the sky. We don't usually get that many.
well, it's my understanding there's a number of large ships coming in for disclosure, so that the government who wants to block disclosure can't deny it. It'll get to the point where it'll be impossible for them to deny it. But in the meantime, they're trying to cover up the skies and everything around them. And I also heard that the fog has, you know, nasty stuff in it. People are getting sick from it. So definitely don't go out in it.
Purify, detoxify, use intentions, radiate your light, use the violet flame. We are powerful. We can control the elements. We can control our purity of consciousness, and we can transmute that energy.
Right. And Pudwacker is saying this, and this is so true. Don't worry about what the dark is doing. Focus more on your own light. What they're doing is falling apart all the time lately. Anyway, it's no, don't go out in the fog. They're trying to hurt you, things like that. But don't focus on that. Focus on your own light.
So, speaking of that, you're going to read a poem about attention.
Yes, I just went through this, and I knew as soon as I saw it what you were talking about, and I didn't even read it. And it's so important. So let me read this poem that Michelle also wrote in her book Forever Free, and it's called Pay Attention. So, attention is the key. Focus. Don't lose it. If you want something to be, consciously choose it. Create it in your mind. Look straight at it, infuse it with love, and you can have it. There's one thing to do before you begin. Find God in your heart and really tune in. Ask for guidance in doing God's will. Open your mind where truth is instilled. By merging your mind with truth from your heart, divine intelligence reveals where to start. Once you begin, you'll be in the flow. You'll know what to do, and you can let go. Direct attention to God and love Him well. With gratitude to our Maker, ego won't swell. God will work through you. Just stay informed. Be calm in your center regardless of storms. Maintain your focus on what you're creating. Dismiss distractions that are irritating. Be open, receptive, and aware of agendas. Don't fall for media's propaganda. Right to your goal than to fall prey to drama and get energy stolen. By giving attention, you give energy too. So don't pay attention to what's bad for you. There are energy vampires who've laid their trap. Be careful to spot them. They're all over the map. You don't have to fear them nor give in. Remember, God is all powerful and love always wins. We need your talents for what is emerging. Your light takes the place of what God is purging. We are brothers and sisters of light. We love you and bring much truth to your sight. Focus on love, enjoy evolution. We send deep gratitude for your contribution. I don't know if there's more on the next page or not.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. Yeah, no, that's it.
Wow, I haven't heard that one in a long time.
Isn't that funny? Yes. I wish I had copies of some of the things I wrote from a long, long time ago. I just quit doing it though. But anyway, again, another excellent poem and another excellent to focus and pay attention. And that's so important in when you want to manifest something.
Energy flows where attention goes. If everybody would remember that in every moment, energy flows where attention goes. If you don't want something to exist, the best way to get rid of, some bad things is to ignore, like drama kings and queens, narcissists, people who want to push propaganda and evil things. They want to draw your attention and have you give it attention. And they'll cause drama, and that's what they do. They sensationalize the news and they bring up all this negative stuff. That's so that you can lower your vibration and create what they want you to create, instead of focusing on your own intentions and your own visions. And we're learning that now. So we're like, okay, you can't have my attention because you're taking my energy. So, and interestingly, I actually have one little section which I had planned ahead of time along those same lines. If I can read it, this is actually a short little passage from Live Love. Ready?
Oh, okay.
Okay. This is from chapter 6, Attention to Intention. It's about the conscious direction of attention, the primary key for transformation of consciousness. In order to master life energy, we must turn our attention from the grosser vibrations of our physical bodies and the material world to the more subtle and stable, peaceful vibrations of our soul within. By doing this, we reach higher mental states. We see beneath and beyond physical appearances and employ higher sensations of intuitive knowing. There's that knowing again. Gradually, as we progress through inner awareness by the conscious direction of our attention to this inner realm, we establish peace within and on earth. We learn to attune to divine will and derive our intentions from the deep inner knowing of our soul.
Nice.
Yeah, the same thing kept coming up tonight about attention and knowing, and looking forward and not back, and focusing on what we're creating. And that's why I think in the message it said, we've been doing that. Our dreams are going to come true. We're going to step right into these new timelines and new realities, because as it said in the message, this is not only a reward, but it's a natural result of what we've been doing and shifting our consciousness. And so many people have been meditating, going in nature, looking for a better future, creating a better future, raising vibrations, and so forth. So, naturally there's going to be positive results because we have done a lot of work. And basically, the divine plan is unfolding. And at the number 9, we have a lot of new beginnings this year. I started 2 new jobs in the last few weeks.
I moved across the country.
See? New beginnings. There you go. New beginnings. So they're overlapping with the endings. So if you think about this, if the new beginnings are overlapping with the endings, and you want the ending to end faster and the new beginnings to, grow
Take
bigger,
over.
Keep your attention on the new beginnings, your dream come true, your conscious intentions, and this is already falling. You don't have to kick it down the hill again. That little snowball's turning into an avalanche. That's going to go crash at the bottom. They're already, there's no stopping. Nothing can stop what's coming.
Exactly. And I have to say, I'm really delighted right now too, because the second show and we haven't had it, and so I feel like I'm back up and running. I was really concerned there for a while, and God has my back, I guess. and I'm staying with some wonderful people, and
Isn't it
I
great?
know that he has worked on making things work better. So that's great.
That's
So,
really good. That's good feedback because I've been praying for you. Every time I pray for all the people I love, and I've prayed for you a lot. And so when I hear things like that, I'm very thankful. I feel much gratitude to God because I
oh,
know
thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I feel very close to Source right now, and I feel like I'm really getting help. I do. It's
I am
it's
so
almost
glad.
making me misty eyed just thinking about it.
Yeah.
Okay, I have Teresa has a question here, so we want to put that up. She says, "Do you think other parallels are close? I had an astral type experience a couple of mornings ago. There was nearly the same people in my life in this parallel, but turmoil there was 3D level." Um,
Yes, we operate. I just heard, you know, my house has many mansions. That means many dimensions. And I just heard on a different podcast, can't remember the name of the project right now, some project where they're saying, we're living in 11 dimensions. We're operating in 11 dimensions simultaneously. And I know that when I go within because I connect telepathically with different dimensions. I'm consciously aware of that. I'm consciously aware of, specific guides and everything. And, you know, it's absolutely, yeah. And so that's why we can choose our timelines and we can change our channel frequency and go to these different dimensions. And we do naturally.
okay, hang on one second. I gotta close my door.
Okay.
Um, I was hearing some people talking, so I thought I better close the door. Anyway, sorry about that. Um, New surroundings, new setup, new everything. So getting used to it, and
Good. Looks homey, looks nice.
um,
You have to say, I'm back.
I'm back. Yeah, I like that show. Oh, somebody's asking me in New England. Dirt Roadies asked me what's happened to Patty Bassard. I don't know what's happened to Patty Bassard. I've tried to contact her, not recently, but over a year ago, and I haven't gotten any response back. So I do not know what's going on with her. So that's all I can say. Yes, and about the 11 dimensions,
Yeah,
that's
whacker.
the blue brain. The what is it called? The Blue Brain Project
Yeah,
was
that's it.
able to
That's it.
demonstrate,
Yes.
yeah, that we actually are able to connect to 11 different dimensions. Yeah,
Mhm, mhm.
it's fascinating. And Pudwacker says it's more than 11. I think it used to be 12 at least, but that's all that our physical brains can connect with. So I guess what he's saying is that we can go higher when we're not. Uh, yeah. Okay. Thomas, you said fuck. Nah. Hmm. Okay. Okay. Alrighty then. Let's see. What else was there anything else? Did anybody else have any questions? Was there anything else we needed to cover? Yeah.
I would say congratulations to everybody because we made it. We've got through 2024 in the last, 4 or 5 years. And we, ever since I will have to say the election because I really felt it then, it's like there's been a load off and people have been feeling, you can just feel like the vibration. There's just like happiness and relief and, just so much more joy and cheer, overall. That's what I am sensing from people all around.
The day before, or well, that would be yesterday, New Year's Eve day. I felt like that day, some kind of very positive energy came in.
Mm. Mm.
I felt it very strongly. I don't know if it was just me or if it was um, there was actually some kind of energy blast, but I really did. I felt more upbeat. I just felt more energized. And happy and so on. So I
Yeah.
thought, wow. Something happened.
I've been feeling really happy and energized and just so sure and just having faith in a positive future and the new things in my life, the new job of online tutoring, the new thing I'm doing on Friday, which is giving readings at a metaphysical gift store, and um, also seeing within my soul the possibilities that are unfolding, all of the different potential possibilities, and I'm thankful for blessings and miracles and synchronicities and the numbers and the angels and knowing about the
Oh,
awareness.
speaking of angels and numbers, I have been seeing 111 so many times. It's unreal. Um, just 111, 111, and then I've seen some other repeating numbers too, but 111 has been the biggest one. And then I look it up, and here's the other one. This was really, and I remember you noticed it too. I had I have this program called Constant Contact where I do emails and I do newsletters when
Yeah.
I have a chance, And I used to have like over 1,000 people that I had emails and I would send stuff out to. Well, I came back and I've been off for a couple months, so it was down to 888. So
No, I
I
saw.
looked it up, and that's an extremely
Oh,
positive
perfect.
number. It's yeah,
That's
and
financial wealth and infinite
yes, and
possibilities, financial wealth. It's like you've opened the door to infinity, and everything is beautiful. Golden age. They keep saying it's golden age. We're on
yes,
that.
and it is. It's coming, and the Jubilee is coming too. It's all coming. And Thomas Lynch is mentioning somebody that I want everybody to be aware of. Christian 21. Yes, I like him very much. His when I first heard of him a while ago, I couldn't understand him. He has a heavy accent, but he has improved substantially, and now I can understand what he's saying. And he knows what he's talking about. He certainly does, and he has a recent video that just came out that is very interesting. It's worth watching, as it's talking about the ascension process and what to
Mhm.
expect. And wow, I don't want to spoil it for you. You'll have to.
Pudwacker said he had a 55555 yesterday.
Five fives. Wow.
Five
I'm gonna have to
fives.
look. I forget what the. It's funny. I forget what each different set of numbers means something different,
But
and
it
I don't.
also is your guides and angels, and you get information through your heart. So, like, it could be specific for you, and it's like the interdimensional communication, and then you get the meaning for you. It doesn't even have to be a number. But by the way, the last three numbers on my ending bank account in one of my bank accounts, the last three were 777. I'm like, how perfect. So I,
Yeah. And then
I was born on.
another thing is coming up is 17 happens to turn up so many times too. And I'm going, wow, this isn't just national, it's happening to me personally
Speaking
too.
of
It's
personal, my
really weird.
birthday is 1/7, so it's next Tuesday. Jan 7 is 1/7.
Oh, well, happy birthday ahead of time. Don't let
Thank,
me forget.
thank you. And then there's another one. I get 44s all the time because when you acknowledge the communication, whenever I see 44, and I've done it for years, I say, hello, angels. And so I get that like 7 or 8
444,
times a
yeah.
day. Just a double 44 or a triple 44. I get them both. But yeah, it's really cool.
And Teresa is saying she does believe the Jubilee is coming. And I had a dream about dancing in the street, and Grandma started it. It's coming. I don't know everything that's coming exactly, specifically, or whatever. But Jubilee is coming. Transfer of wealth is coming.
Mm-hmm.
The old guard is getting crashed and pushed out of the way.
Yep.
A
That's
new
what I
world is emerging,
yep.
and love, peace, and harmony. We can make it happen.
Onward and upward. Don't look back.
Spiral up.
Woo! Celebrate.
Yes. 444. I see that a lot too, Teresa. Yeah. In fact, I made it in one of my emails.
Yeah, Teresa. 444. I see a lot. Yes, me too.
Okay. I didn't know this one, Pudwacker. When you acknowledge the synchronicity, it increases and expands. I didn't know that. That's interesting.
Yeah, yes. I definitely do notice synchronicity, and it definitely increases. When you notice things and you acknowledge it, it does increase and expand. It's like, okay, we've got this communication going. We're going to keep it going. And yep, it does. Yeah. In fact, one of my jobs I got was so synchronistic. It was just uncanny. I walked in on a day that they weren't normally open. It would just happen to open up. It was a Monday, and it didn't open Mondays, but they just did it for the holidays. And I happened to walk in that day, and I was guided to go in there. And I already have a job, more than one actually. It's weird because I do like 3 different things now, 4. And so I was guided to go in, and I asked if they needed any readers, and she said, "Well, as a matter of fact, we are looking, and there's somebody that's not going to be able to come on Fridays." I said, "That's the only day I have available." And so I gave some readings to the manager and the owner, and they liked him. And so the very next week I started. So it's been good to be, because I feel like I'm helping people, and that's what comes through.
Well, talk about synchronicity and God's helping hand. This whole trip that I just made, the fact that I even have a roof over my head right now, and I have the opportunity to find another place when I need to, or I'd be staying in a hotel. I'm very grateful to the wonderful people here, and to be here. And it's been a very family like setting, and so it's been really good. It's been good for my son too.
That's so good. That's so good. We are all so happy for you, Gail. We really are. Truly.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to expect. It almost makes me misty eyed. But it's not just what's happened to me. I see it. I feel what's coming, and so much good is coming, and so much happiness is coming, and it's almost here. I don't know how to explain it.
I love the love in the world. I got to tell you something that really touched my heart. I was watching a video, and they were showing that in North Carolina, all these people who had been displaced and everything, they woke up, and outside their door was a pile of Christmas presents for the kids. They went through all this stuff, and somebody had went and put piles of presents outside the door wherever they were staying. Is that beautiful or what? God bless the angels that did that.
It's funny, sometimes when people do really loving things like that, it almost makes me cry.
It does. Well, what I feel like is because I wasn't able to go there personally, but I've been praying for them, and then I see this evidence that prayers are answered, and so many people have been praying for the people in North Carolina, and then I pray also for everyone who needs help, who it's not like advertised or well known or anything like that, because a lot of people need help that the public doesn't know about. So I pray for people that I know need help, and then I pray for people that need help that people don't know they need help, if that makes sense.
No. I have to, Lenny, I appreciate what you said, and I'm putting that up there because someone else said the same thing. Jenny Lee, when I was on with her, she goes, she that I appeared happier and so on. So it's good. It's all good. It was scary, but
Yeah. Worth it. Worth it.
I'm happy I'm here. And thank you, Teresa. Thank you for what you're saying too. Yeah. I love you guys. And I'm so happy to be back. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able, but now I have more confidence, and I've got some interesting shows coming up too. I do have. There is a man that's going to talk about um, Bigfoot, and has some real time voice clips of some talking that's been authenticated. There's a guy who has studied consciousness. That should be an interesting one too. And there's some other ones too. I can't even think of them all, but I'm I'm happy that the listening audience seems to be interested in many of the same things I am. Let me put it that way. So, anyway.
That you just made me think of when you said the guy who studies consciousness. When I was in high school, I only had to go my second semester. I only had to go in the morning because I had all the credits I needed. So I went ahead and started junior college, community college is what they called it then, in the afternoon. And the name of the class that I took was called States of Consciousness.
Ah, interesting.
I was reading spiritual before that, but I specifically focused on states of consciousness and have always
Yeah.
Yeah,
If I had it to do over again, I would have studied the metaphysical instead of nutrition, because most of the nutrition that I was taught is not good. I mean, it's not good advice. I mean, well, it's hard to recommend good nutrition things when your food is being poisoned by
right.
the majority of the corporations. And a lot of people, it's easy to say, well, grow your own. Well, there's far too many people that are not in a position to be able to grow their own.
Well, anyway, so about the consciousness thing and about the diet nutrition thing, there's a distinction that I was reading about lately, which is it's a very important distinction, and that is learning about something and actually learning something. So to really know about something, you become one with it. And that's why when you meditate and you commune with God, I call it union through communion, because you're talking with God through your heart.
Oh, yeah.
And then you really get to know God. You can read books and read about God, or you can read about things that can point in the right direction, or you can read about things that raise your vibration. But when you have a personal relationship and connect through communion and, spill your heart feelings and stuff like that, because that's the actual language of spirit is, the deepest, most sincere feelings of your heart. And then when you, face that and express that, it's like very intimate and very, I don't know, it makes you misty eyed when you really go there, because that and that God is there listening, because you get responses that come.
Yes, I've gotten I gotten more of that lately myself. And in talking to God, I've had, and when I ask for answer or whatever, I get, the spiritual tingles and
Yes, the tingles,
the answers.
Yeah, you feel the
Yeah.
energy. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
It's so
I don't know how to describe it. It's more than just tingles. It's just like it's a knowing,
it's the knowing, yeah.
a connection.
It's also that feeling of love, like I am loved.
Yes, that's what it is. Yes.
Or, and, yeah.
All right.
Hudwecker said, it's not about religion, it's about relationship, yours with Creator. Yeah.
Oh, that is so true. I'm gonna put that up there. That's a good comment. Yes. And by the way, I will be having a show with Pudwecker this week too. So,
Yay!
yeah. It's either be tomorrow or the next day. We got to firm it up. So anyway, so be watching for the shows because I'm going to be putting them out again.
She's back.
I'm back. All right. Okay. Do you have anything else you'd like to share?
No, I just think that we are blessed and we are grateful and we are happy and we just feel the energy here. It's so positive and it's so wonderful. And I am truly, truly grateful. And it's so fun to be back. It was weird having that hiatus where, my life was so busy. I probably couldn't have done a show anyway. And your life was busy. And then suddenly we landed back again on day 1, 2025.
Yes. Start the year out right.
One.
Yes. Well, thank you, everyone. Thank you for listening. And I must not forget, I'm ringing the bell. I want everybody to remember the children, what they've been through, why this whole thing is happening. We are here to save our children from the torture and torment that they have been subjected to.
And God is answering all of our prayers about the children. Yes.
Children are being saved left and right. They're being put in med beds and they're being healed.
That's right.
And thank God for that as well. So things are moving along. We're moving in the direction of the golden age. So get yourself positive. Put it out there. We need you too, because the more people that do it, the more powerful it is. When we all unite as this, oh my God, you will not know what we can do. More, just like Christ said. And so anyway, that being said, I'm going to call it a night, and I love all you. Thank you. I'm so happy to be back. Thank you. And thank you, Michelle. It's always a great pleasure to do shows with you. You are such a talented writer. Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
We have found our way. It's a brand new day, and we'll be making history. Are you with me? Won't you stay? We have come so far. This is who we are. And like the rising sun, we have just begun to play our part. This is the time we form the chorus. Lift your voice for those before us. We can rely on one another. Feel the pride, let's show our colors. We are heroes and dreamers. We are restless believers, stronger than ever. Never say never. Don't look back now, don't look back now. Rise up, stand with each other. We are sisters and brothers, fighting our place and running the race. We'll take our chance and seize the moment. Hold on tight and don't let go of all your hopes and dreams that light the way. We control our fate. Destiny awaits. We are all the actors in the stories we create. Hope will be our guide. We'll no longer hide. When we roll like thunder, feel the wonder from inside. This is the time we form the chorus. Lift your voice for those before us. We can rely on one another. Feel the pride, let's show